Today, I'm going to show you how to add a blog to your Kartra site. I'm Harriet from Drop and Blog. Let's get into it. Once logged into your Kartra account, you'll be met with your dashboard. On the left-hand side menu, expand Pages. Then from the drop-down, click on All Pages. Here, you have your essential pages. You'll need to add a new blank page, so click on the page button here with the plus icon. And you'll see here a blank page is selected by default. On the left, name your page. We'll type in blog to be straightforward. And under Site, we'll select Drop and Demo since this is the site we want to add this page to. Then click on Create here on the bottom, and you'll be taken to Kartra's page editor. You'll have your blank page here, which you'll have to add a header and a footer to. To do that, click here on Add Section. And in this window, we already have our preferred header and footer elements saved to favorites. So we'll just click on the header element to add it to our blank page. Then click on Add Section, the one on the bottom here. Then again, from our favorites, choose our footer element. Once you have your header and footer elements added, click on the Add Section button in between the header and footer elements. And in this window, on the left, under Content Sections, scroll down. And on the bottom, click on Your Code. Then click on the element here to add it to your page. And you'll see this HTML component in the middle here. Click on it. Then click on this pencil icon that appears. And here is where you add your blog code that you have to get from your Drop and Blog account. In your Drop and Blog account's code and layout page, under blog code, under step 1, copy the first line of code by clicking on this copy code button. Once copied, go back to your Kartra editor page tab and paste your code inside the div tag here. Then go back to your Drop and Blog account's code and layout page. This time, under step 2, copy your next line of code by clicking on this copy code button. Once copied, go back to your Kartra page editor tab and paste your code here. Then click on the Save button here in the upper right of the window. Now you have your blog added. You can now publish the page. Click on Actions here in the upper right. Then click on Publish Live from the drop-down. And this window will appear. Choose to get the page link. Then under Link Your Page, you can customize your blog URL. Simply click on the pencil icon next to the current link. Then click here and type in your preferred URL slug. We'll type in My Blog to be simple. Then click on the check icon here to save your URL. Let's go and check our blog out. Copy your blog URL. And in another tab, we'll paste it in. Hit Enter. And there's our blog looking great. Now let's connect our blog to Drop and Blog. In your Drop and Blog account settings page under blog URL, paste in your blog URL. Then click on Save All Changes. Great. When you go back to your blog page and hit refresh, and then click on one of the posts, you'll see that everything is working as it should. Everything that you publish on Drop and Blog will now automatically sync with your Kartra site, so no need to do anything twice. Now go back to your Kartra page editor. Let's just close this window. And the last step for this integration is to add a blog link to your navigation menu. On the header element, click on this menu item. Then click on this duplicate icon. Select the duplicated menu item. Click on the pencil icon here. Then in this window, switch to the Text tab. And under Text, name your blog link. We'll type in blog. Then switch to the Link tab. And make sure that it's set to link to another page. Scroll down. Under Link to, make sure another Kartra page is selected. Under Website, choose your website. Ours is Drop and Demo. Then under Kartra page, click on the drop-down and choose your blog page. Then click on Apply here at the bottom. Then once again, click on Actions on the upper right here. And in the drop-down, click on Publish Live. Let's copy our blog link and open our page in another tab. Now you'll see your blog link in your navigation menu right here. Kartra offers global site elements that you can use, like what we just did, for example. Add a link to your blog in your navigation menu that will appear in all of your site's pages. Now that you've added a blog to your Kartra site, the next ideal step is to start creating content for your blog through your Drop and Blog account. This is where you'll be creating all of your content. To start, we'll show you how to create a post using Drop and Blog's post editor. Go to your Drop and Blog account's posts page, click on the Add Post button here with the plus icon, and this action will take you to your post editor, which is where you add your content. The first thing you'll want to do is add a post title. As an example, we'll type in create a blog on Kartra. Great. And this area here is the content area where you add your post content. There are two ways you can add your content. You can either type in your content here directly, or you can copy content you've already created on Google Docs or other word processors, then paste it here into the post editor's content area. We've already prepared content here on Google Docs that we'll copy, then paste into the Drop and Blog editor's content area here. Let's just expand our top bar here. All right. Using the top bar here in Drop and Blog's post editor, you can use the following formatting options: insert headings, block quotes, CTA buttons, add images, videos, and other elements. So we'll go ahead and use these tools to organize our content and generally customize our content to our preference. Now that we have organized and utilized the formatting options our editor offers, let's take a look at the right side of the editor. You have the option to show a table of contents in your post. Simply click on the toggle underneath, and you'll see a table of contents added to your post. You can also add a featured image to your blog post. Just click Select under Featured Image here, and the File Manager window will appear. We'll upload an image from our local storage. We'll click on Upload here, then click on Browse here, select our image. Now that we have our image in the File Manager, we'll just hover over the image we want to add, then click on the Insert button that appears, and that's a featured image added to our post. We'll select an author, add a category, and if you want, you can also manually select related posts, as well as customize your blog post slug. Before you publish your content, it's ideal that you optimize your content for search engines using our SEO analyzer and using the Mention Boost feature to help your content's AI visibility. You can use Drop and Blog's SEO analysis tool that you can jump to if you click on this No Keyword Set note here. The SEO analysis tool lets you add a target keyword or phrase and helps you optimize your content based on it. We'll use Kartra. And over here, you'll immediately see your SEO Analyzer score change. Below, you'll see a search engine preview along with the options to add an SEO page title and an SEO meta description. Once you've filled out these fields, you can scroll down to see your content score. Here is where you'll see suggestions on how to improve your blog post's visibility and search engine results. You'll notice these colored boxes next to the suggestions. With green boxes, these mean that you have done what is suggested to improve your content. While with red or sometimes yellow boxes, these are highlighting the areas in your blog post that need to be improved further. Ideally, you want to meet these suggestions and want these boxes to be green. Now let's click on Mention Boost here on the upper left to jump to the Mention Boost section. Again, you can use Mention Boost to help your content's AI visibility. Some of the suggestions here are including a table of contents, adding lists, tables, an FAQ section, and ideally you want these boxes to be green. With that, we can now go ahead and publish our post. Scrolling back up, under Status, select Published, then click on Save Post here. And once saved, you can click on View Post here, and your live blog will appear in a new tab like so. You'll see all of the improvements we've done from starting with a simple post, all of the formatting options we've applied, and different types of media that we've added, among other improvements. Now, you might have noticed this audio player at the top of the post. This is Drop and Blog's text-to-speech feature, Blog Voice AI, that turns your written content into audio, which is a great way to increase engagement on your blog. To turn this feature on, go to the settings page of your account, scroll down to the Blog Voice AI section, then toggle the switch under text-to-speech. And here, you can customize the sound of your blog by selecting a language and one of the voice options we have, which you can filter on the left here by gender. You can preview a voice option by simply clicking on the play button right next to the voice's name, And you can also add a custom demo text here if you want to hear something specific. Once you're happy with your customizations, just click on the Save All Changes button here, and now you're able to offer your written content in an audio format. Now let's go back to our post. If you look at this highlighted section in the post, you'll see that the link color here is red, which is how your links are set up to look in your Kartra site as Drop and Blog inherits your site's design. If you want to change how your links look, you can go to the code and layout page of your Drop and Blog account and scroll down. Under the Advanced section, you'll see Design Customizations. And here in the preview, you'll see your link color is set to red. You can change this under link color here on the left. Let's change it to this green, for example. There you go, you can see it in the preview. Some other aspects you can customize: your primary font size, primary font family, as well as the background color of your call to action button, among other options. And again, you'll see a preview of these changes in the right over here before you click here to save your changes. If you want to make even more advanced customizations, we also have a custom CSS section below where you can add your own custom CSS. Drop and Blog also offers smart snippets, which are basically reusable content blocks, meaning a piece of content that you can create, then add to a single or all of your blog posts. You can find the Smart Snippets feature on its dedicated page within your Drop and Blog account. Simply hover over the More tab in your navigation menu, click on Smart Snippets in the dropdown, and you'll be taken to its dedicated page. A smart snippet can be anything from an image, a video, a call to action button, to a simple paragraph. You can also choose where this content appears in your blog post. As an example, we'll show you how to add a Kartra form to all of your blog posts. So first, we'll get our Kartra form. In your Kartra account, on the left here, expand Contacts, then click on Forms. Now we'll be using this newsletter subscription form that we have created. We'll click on this kebab icon. Then in the pop-up, click Embed. And under Embed Code, we'll click on the copy icon here. Now we can go back to our Smart Snippets page and start creating our Smart Snippet. Click on the Add Your First Snippet button here. And now in the Snippet Editor, make sure you're on Code View. Paste in your form's code here. Next, on the right-hand side of the page, we'll name our snippet. We'll type in Newsletter. Then toggle the switch to make the snippet active. And under Snippet Location, we'll select Targeting. Under Targeting Position, we want our snippet to appear after our content. And under Posts to Target, from the drop-down, we'll select All Posts. Then we'll go ahead and save our snippet. Click here on View Blog up top in the upper right, and our blog will appear in a new tab. We'll click on any one of these posts since we selected for our snippet to appear in all posts. And scrolling through, we see our newsletter subscription form right below the content where it should be in our blog post. If you need help managing your blog, Drop and Blog supports user roles, allowing you to add your team members to your Drop and Blog account. To go to the Users page, hover over the More dropdown, then click on Users. From here, to add a new user, click on the Invite User button. And in this page, add the email address of the user you want to invite. After that, assign them a role by selecting one of the default roles, either admin, editor, or writer, which have preset permissions. So for example, if you have new writers on your team, you don't have to give them full access to your account. You can simply choose the writer role. And as you can see, they will only be able to view analytics, manage posts, and publish posts privately. Now, if you choose to assign the editor role, they'll be able to publish posts publicly, so you can easily manage your publishing workflow with Drop and Blog's user roles. If these set roles don't match your preferences, you can choose to create a custom role where you can manually select which aspects of your account the invited user will have access to. If you hover over the More tab here in the navigation menu, you'll see Drop and Blog's Import-Export tool. And if you click on it, you'll be taken to its dedicated page. Here you can export your content and create a backup of all of your posts. And if your blog is hosted elsewhere and you want to import your content, you can use Drop and Blog's import tool. And lastly, if you decide to move away from Kartra and create your site on another platform, you can take your blog with you, as Drop and Blog is platform agnostic and works seamlessly with almost any platform. In our integrations page, if you click here on See Integration Guides, you'll find our integration guides for the various and diverse platforms that Drop and Blog integrates with. And that's how you add a blog to your Kartra site. Happy blogging!